Namaste. Welcome to the Advaita channel of the Sangha of Being. I'm Atma. I will read from I'm Unborn of Nisargadatta. So I may start immediately. Okay. It is my first time on YouTube, broadcasting from YouTube with video broadcasting, and I hope everything will be okay. So I will start. I have the book on computer, so I will look like this in front. Okay, I will start. I have my dearest friend Amba in front of me, so maybe from time to time I will laugh, but that's okay. Okay, chapter 25. I'm happy that I cannot hear you. Chapter 25, because I will not watch this into the screen, because all my attention goes there. I will watch my computer. Chapter, I hope I will be serious. Chapter 25, the title is You Are Limitless. Can you hear me well, Amba?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Hearing well, okay. You are limitless, Maharaj. Maybe you don't know, but this book is made in the form of these talks, and this is talk number 25. Maharaj, this form just happened to come until I became conscious. I took no part, did nothing. Until this form and beingness came, what did I do for myself? Visitor. One question on terminology. Atma Jnana, in brackets self-knowledge, and Brahman, Vidya, Brahman knowledge, are they the same? Maharaj, there is no difference. Knowledge is Brahman and Brahman is knowledge. All creatures are contained in it. It's just one word talking about another word. All this has no meaning, and knowledge is limitless. It is because we identify and limit to this cursedness of individuality that we have inherited difficulties. But if we accept knowledge as total, limitless, with no identifications, there will be no problems. Because of our concepts, we are limited. I'm limitless. Knowledge is limitless. Just asking, do other beloveds know about Hangout link?
Yes, I shared it on Sangha chat, and also Nitya says namaste from YouTube.
Ah, thank you. I feel when I said thank you, it felt like I'm very important, you know. Visitor. No, Maharaj. Don't bother about what you should do or not do. Think that you are limitless, unborn, and not going to die. I just want to share, I also shared in silent space. Now when I read this line, I shared that today after satsang, for the first time, as I saw my mind asking the question, what should I do? How can I be? How can I get to the pure thing? Till now, I always used to surrender everything to Father, but today I don't know how this question came from mind, and immediately I felt very restless, and I recognized that it was mind asking, and then after immediately I let it go, because there is no why and no how. It's just seeing, just letting go of everything which I'm not, and the things. So he says, think that you are limitless, it's the only way, unborn and not going to die. This identification with the body makes you think that you are born, yes. And I'm always coming back to it. Always, very often during the day, I again identify with my body, but I see it immediately. But I want to say the identification with the body seems to be so strong because it has lasted for so long time, and it's like coming back like mechanism. Until I had form, I had no worries. I didn't even know that I had a form. Did I have suffering before identification with the body? No, it all began after the identification that I am this form. You have now come to know the truth. Are you certain that all your experiences are false? Are you not aware that what you have is time-bound and untruth? Life is limited. Whatever is limited is not the truth. You know life is limited, and the one who knows this has the truth. The only capital you have is the knowledge I am. Be with the beingness, and it will solve all riddles. If you have any question, you can ask me. I'm telling this now, not Maharaj. Visitor. That you exist is a conviction. He is asking the question. That you exist is a conviction. One should be with it only and not look elsewhere. Maharaj, what is your idea about yourself? Visitor, I'm not the body. I'm something else that the senses cannot grasp. Maharaj, this conclusion, what makes this understanding possible? Visitor, in brackets, a French woman practicing Zen. I like to be related to everyone. I feel relationships, then and universal and individual. My feeling is of unity with people. Beautiful. Maharaj, basically is not your understanding because of the beingness that tells you that you exist. He asked her a question. Is not your understanding because of beingness that tells you that you exist? It is that which makes you understand everything. It is the knowledge that you are. Something tells you that you are. Leave everything and hang on to it. Until you had this knowledge, did you have needs? Before consciousness, were there any needs? And the visitor says, I don't know about it. And Maharaj, even saying so, I don't know about it, is only because of the knowledge that you are. That is all. Yeah. Be one with that which tells you that you exist. Yeah. He says, be one with that which tells you that you exist. Visitor. No need to talk about unity. Everything else will be clear. No, Maharaj. No need. Sorry, visitor. Don't we need the relationship of unity with others? Maharaj. No need to talk about unity. Everything else will be clear. Just be with it. Go wherever you like, but be one with the knowledge that you are. Isn't it beautiful? Go wherever you like, but be one with the knowledge that you are. Always be one with that I am. Forget the rest. It tells you that you exist, and it will solve all your riddles. Oh, thank you, Maharaj. Yes. Visitor, the you are will undo selfishness? Visitor asking. Maharaj, until that voice, I am, of consciousness came, I was not concerned. Once it felt, I went too. So with the consciousness, the I am. All the techniques, no, all the teachings are based on this. This concern for the world is because of consciousness. It will be here as long as consciousness is there. It means only when there is no more this body and consciousness, only then there will be no more questions, maybe. Chapter 26. Annihilate. I hope it's I'm pronouncing good. Annihilate yourself by your own identity. Annihilate yourself by your own identity. Maharaj, just give attention to yourself and everything else will be all right. Okay, but I have to say I'm giving this attention really recently, always. Maharaj, just give attention to yourself, and everything else will be all right. Visitor, we work hard to basically remember this and with a great intensity, rather than using the yapamala, counting of rosary beads. It also sounds easy, but I'd appreciate more from you in your words. Maharaj, the I am is all, the God. Just know that the I am is God. This is the first step. The knowledge I am is yourself. All other activities will follow. You just get established in the knowledge I am. It is the sun, and all other activities are rays. Maharaj still, the knowledge I am without memories and concepts is everything. The idea I am the body and mind is not the knowledge. No effort is required. The main thing is that you are, or I am. When you listen to me and stay there, you will understand that the knowledge I am is independent of body-mind. Friedman has described self-knowledge as factually as possible. Do I depend on you about what I know? Remember this. There are thousands of experiences, but what is prior to all experiences? You are that. Moment. Trying to open something. Visitor. Actually, he's always speaking about the same thing. Visitor, if we are just aware of I am, is that enough? And Maharaj, when you were a child, did you know that you were there? What did you do? Nothing, Visitor. And Maharaj, have you understood that the experiences of the world and yourself are without doing anything? But I have to repeat, have you understood that the experiences of the world and yourself are without doing anything? Visitor says, yes. Maharaj, go to the source and be established there. Then there is no change. You might have read the Gita. Who is there to judge its soundness? The knowledge I am has to approve whatever is said there. Establish yourself in the self. Whatever you are prior to the I am, get established there. When this abidance in the self is achieved, all talks will sound gibberish. Yes, already sounding. But I have to read. I lost my shyness to talk. I can really understand him. I can understand you, Maharaj. I lost my shyness to talk. All that I spoke was profound. The knowledge in common parlance is professed in ignorance, like the child out of ignorance. So I know that the worldly knowledge is a product of ignorance, and all true knowledge is prior to jnana, the absolute. Surrender to the Guru and meditate on the self. Yes, yes. The only way is to surrender to the Guru and meditate on the self. The reminder that you had parents is the reminder that you are. Yes, and I have this reminder every day. The reminder that parents were is the basic material, the primary source material. The primary ingredients of the consciousness are the same. Get rid of the pride that you are a jnani. Although you try to catch that state, the border of beingness and the absolute, it is ephemeral. Normally, even sages have no knowledge of the actual state of affairs. How did the union of the beingness and the five elements come by from the absolute? Just a moment, I have to check something. Okay. Okay. Your parents explain themselves to you, but do you really have the knowledge that they were your parents? No. But what am I hearing? This is such a strange sound, like a bird. Okay. I will repeat. Your parents explain themselves to you, but do you really have the knowledge that they were your parents? Actually, I'm sure every child, but I know for myself, my sister and myself, she's only less than 2 years younger than me. When we were not only children, but also later, maybe 20 years also, we were sure that our parents are not our parents because they were, it seems to us, very crazy and very not loving. And we were always said, but no problems. We would like to say like this, but don't worry. Anyway, they are not our parents. Like, especially my mother, we would say, but she's really crazy. What's happening? She was speaking about something we don't understand. But we would say in private, don't worry. Anyway, she's not our mother. But from inside, we were convinced from inside. Okay, which pose, stance, or word is truthful? Even the 4 Vedas exclaimed, neti neti, nor this nor that. But based on which ongoing activities of the world did the Vedas say this about the reality? It is beyond us. Therefore, with me also no honesty is left. Whatever the experiences, even the gods are limited up to words only. How beautiful is that. He says, whatever the experiences, even the gods are limited up to words only. There is no story of gods beyond words. True. There is no story of gods beyond words. If Krishna were to listen to me, he would say, I'm blessed by this Maharaj's words. Trust has no form and no name. While religions go by rules and rituals, words cannot be true. That is what I felt some days back, but very strongly that maybe 2 days ago. Words cannot be true. Nevertheless, you must find out with what words you would like to identify. Very true. With what identity would you like annihilation? Annihilation. I'm sure you understand.
Annihilation.
I know. Annihilation. I know the meaning, but not how to pronounce. Annihilation. Well, not easy. In search of the self. In search of the self, Prophet Muhammad and other sages could not come to any conclusion in regard to their identity and say, I'm Parabrahman, or anything else, and how could they? Have a Christ, Prophet Muhammad, and other sages said anything about truth? Where is the proof for Parabrahman on the truth? In all worldly activities, you are compelled to suffer and enjoy. Can you provide the proof of the Parabrahman? No. Who will accept the proof furnished and by which authority? Meaning, oh, sorry, my telephone. Oh. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm still, I cannot see anything now.
You're still here, yes.
Yes, but I don't know how to come back because now I saw only this Hangout green screen.
Oh, it looks like your camera went off.
Yes. I will see what I don't see even camera. Maybe I I will be again here. Wait.
I see.
Okay.
Yes.
You see me. Okay. Sorry, there was some problems. I moved something and I had not to touch anything here. Form and name have been forcibly imposed, meaning by force, I'm sure, imposed on me. The primary concept is beingness, name and form. I have no name and form, only emotional understanding. Annihilate yourself by your own identity. Don't dabble, my Lord, so many words, new words, in what others say, which is your most honest identity. No consciousness, no world. Investigate about your identity. The one who has realized his identity will not consider anything else more honest than it, because this identity of beingness is a fraud. Visitor. Should we not investigate spiritual experiences? We have experiences, but no truth. Maharaj. Have experiences, but inquire about the experienced. Are they honest? In the first rainy season, there was birth. In the second, there was death. Who was born? Was it the rainy season or the person? Only the realized one can tell us he is nothing, a void. Whatever is gone. Whatever is not, is not. Both are disposed of. Only the truth prevails. After departure of both beingness and no beingness, whatever remains is the truth. Prior to this accident of the occurrence of body formation, everyone knows it, the truth. Only he who knows that there is nothing can say that there is the infinite and plenty. All our thoughts are about others, but don't bother about what others say. It is only because of this accident of birth that I suffer, but as a matter of fact, I have no birth. Yes, but why I was born?
You weren't born. Don't worry.
Yes, but I mean, like, as a body and the mind, and then I have to search for the truth, and why all this struggle and searching, and why was necessary? I don't, because of experiencing. I know, but really, oof. It seems like too much work for all these years.
I remember you said this to Father one time in Satsang ages and ages ago when Satsang was on Ustream. And I can't remember exactly what he said, but maybe I can find it and send it to you. But like he basically said, like, you are never in the world. You are
What
never
did he say?
born.
Never? Yeah.
You have never been in the world, because you were saying, at that time, like, why am I here in the world? And he's like, you've never been born, and you're never here. I'm sure it sounds better coming from him, but I'll find it.
But yes, but no, but I understand the meaning. I understand.
Yeah. Do you not find it joyful to rediscover that you were never born?
Of course, it's all my job that I'm doing. Namaste, Nitya. Namaste, Pekka. Happy to have you here. As you know, I'm reading from I'm Unborn from Nisargadatta. So maybe it's possibility today, now, to discover that we are unborn, finally, just to discover, and let's see, I will read, maybe some opening come to one of us. If anything happens, please share. Okay, I came to the chapter, no chapter, it's talk 27, the soundless sound. Maharaj, the waking and sleep state combined is the beingness. What happened to my hangout? Do you still see me?
Yes, you're still here.
Because there was a message that hangout is not responding.
Yeah.
Strange. Okay, okay. The waking and the sleep state combined is the beingness. Because of it, the world is. The beingness depends on the food essence. So what are we then? Visitor, what is the path to follow? Maharaj, meditate on the self, not on anything else. The beingness itself will tell you how it arose and will disappear. Yeah, that's very beautiful. That means just to meditate on the self and everything, and the same beingness will reveal the truth about itself. That sounds very nice, great to me. Meditation on something is easy, but meditation on the self is rather difficult. Did Buddha say all this? And visitor, the very same. Maharaj, Buddha's directives are they followed? Visitor, all the codes of the conduct, but not the essence. Millions have no idea beyond the codes of conduct, like eat this or eat that. Yeah. Maharaj, is this knowledge or just ways to pass time? Finally, people are slaves to time, yes. They follow the dictates of time. I know nothing about rebirth, only this birth and having known it. I know it is not. Very beautifully said. He said, I know nothing about rebirth, only this birth, and having known it, I know it is not. With the body's association, the so-called knowledge is received, and accordingly, people behave. What knowledge have you apart from the information collected from the outside? Yes. No knowledge, only information collected. Please, beloveds, if you feel like asking a question regarding what I'm reading, please feel free and ask. Visitor, that's all what we get. Maharaj, what is it you get? Visitor, not much. Maharaj, after the stamping of birth is done, what knowledge do you have done? You are told about birth. What other information? Maharaj, after the stamp, no. Visitor, none. And Maharaj, this knowledge I am is for each man to understand and be still in it. By understanding the self, you understand the world. What else is there? You are as large as the world. If you are, the world is. Otherwise, not. With what identity of yourself did you read books? Were you reading it as a woman? Knowledge is neither male nor female. Visitor. No, not female or male, Maharaj. What about the reader? She said. And visitor says, me? And Maharaj said, while reading, you know yourself as woman? I don't know myself as woman while reading. And the visitor says, no. And Maharaj asks, after reading? And visitor says, female. Yeah, very beautiful. And Maharaj, God or heaven is momentary, nothing after that, and for me it is nothing at all. All these gods, where are they? What is their promise? How do they exist? In which state are they? Presently, I'm in that state where beingness has been forcibly imposed. The longer it stays, longer is the suffering. But it is going to disappear. Hmm. Sustenance is for moment. Understand the moment since when, how long, and due to what. All the paraphernalia, I don't know this word, paraphernalia, of this world is expression. One who realizes this grows knowledgeable in the process of gathering this information. Thus, you come to the root of knowledge. You realize it and transcend it. Stabilize yourself prior to intelligence. Now again, this message. Visitor, the knowledge expounded here is valuable, but people are not mature enough to understand it. In due course, they may. Many do penances and have a deep urge, yet knowledge is not available to them. And Maharaj asks, do you think you understand? And visitor says, memories, words. And then Maharaj, there are two types of sounds, the one that you hear and the primordial, unstuck, soundless sound. The moment you feel when you wake up, that is the unstuck sound. You still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The moment you feel when you wake up, that is the unstuck sound. Later, you know that you are, and all other sounds follow. The you are or I am, all sounds are based on it. It is a language without words, unstuck, soundless, it is nothing. Visitor, is there a parallel state between the waking and sleep state on one hand and the consciousness on the other, which is so-called born? Maharaj, yes, there is a very subtle state. Presently it is rather gross, but in childhood it is a very fine subtle state. The I am is employed like an instrument, like vision for the eye. Whenever there is vision, there is the world. The actual observer has no color, no design. The trap of birth and death is because of the I am. Dwell on it, realize it, and transcend it. That one has knowledge. All experience is time-bound. What would you call that which witnesses the disappearance of thoughts? Think if you like, but the thought process will disappear. You may gather a lot of knowledge, but you are still trapped in body consciousness. Visitor, knowledge gathering is a trap, Maharaj. Just like the web of a spider, the birth concept is source of suffering. Just like the web of the spider, the birth concept is source of suffering. As long as you hold on that idea, you will not be liberated. When liberated, you are nirguna, without qualities. The ever liberated. Nirvana means no sample. The saguna, with qualities, Brahman, attains nirvana. Beingness is the quality to be. Nirguna means no quality, and nirvana too means no quality. So I cannot imagine it. I cannot imagine it, actually. How can I imagine nothingness? Talk number 28. Just be to realize no beingness. First he is saying, first, know that you are. First know that beingness is, then by just be, realize no beingness. Visitor, how do things happen around a jnani? In the case of a child, the development takes place because of the parents. Maharaj, because of the beingness, body formation in the world is spontaneous, while a jnani is nature himself, so it is nature's problem to look after him. Actually, all the time something is taking care of us. Visitor, some yogis live for hundreds of years, upside down, without water and whatnot. Visitor says this, and Maharaj says, they do so for the prolongation of their lives, for personal satisfaction, and as out of a sense of duty towards the spiritual field. Beingness depends on what? You try to prolong your life, but when something goes wrong, death results. The confidence and knowledge that you are, on what does it depend? Beingness becomes no beingness, and no beingness spontaneously becomes beingness. So whom should we question? You should yourself investigate it. What is the support of the I am? On what does the fate that you are depend? Yeah, very beautiful and direct and meaningful questions. On what does the fate that you are depend? Why is there beingness? Why am I? How am I? People only think of the body and mind, then come death and the fate I am disappears. So visitor asks, some want to prolong life, they have self-love and they caught in Maya. And Maharaj, once they transcend the I am the body idea, longevity does not matter. For their existence, they don't depend on anything. Without depending on anything, you must find out yourself. Yes, without depending on anything, when you don't depend, you must find yourself. Whenever you think on something else that you are not. How to think on yourself? You cannot. You only have to be free. Thought-free, to be thought-free. You may think that there is no Ishvara, but you cannot think of yourself. Yeah, how to think of myself? Yeah, very nice explanation. You may think that there is no Ishvara, but you cannot think of yourself. What were you doing 8 days prior to conception? Do you or I know? 8 days prior to entering the womb. Only you can tell about that. What about beingness before conception? If you were aware of beingness, would you care to enter the womb? No, for sure not. Because really, this beingness, this something here feels that does not want to come back again. Really, enough of all kinds of experiences. Enough, thank you. Don't want. Visitor, I don't remember.
Can I say something?
Of course. Yes.
A father spoke about this in satsang today with someone. Someone said, I want to be self-realized so that I don't have to be reborn again. Did you watch that thing today?
No, this part. Are you speaking about today?
Yes, today.
Maybe at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because something happened to my phone. I did not see this.
So he said he feels like it would be impossible to be reborn if you've had enough of experiencing, because your will and the will of God is the same, because you are God.
Yes, I was. Do you mean when he was telling that? I also commented that he was when he was telling that your will, with your will, you can also, how to say now? How I have to remember. It is your will or to be born again or not. Depends if you want to continue with experiences or not. Yes. I was present. Yes, And yes, and I understand by my heart. He was speaking about me. And I was happy when he said that it is my will. My will depends on me if I will want to be reborn.
Yes.
About my understanding of these experiences. Do I still have desires, wishes? Yes, yes. And that's actually giving power to ourselves when he says that it's our will. I felt really in my heart and in all my body. I felt like happiness that I have a power.
Because it's, I think it's like a common belief for people to think like, they were born and I never asked to be born. Why was I born? And like this life is done to me. And like it's like a belief if you're suffering. If you
Yes,
believe you're suffering, you think that like this life was imposed upon you.
yes, true,
Yeah.
true, true. When you believe in your suffering, yes,
Mm.
then you also feel helpless.
Mm.
I had a feeling, yes, when I was younger, of course. I think many of us had for a certain period of time this feeling that we can do nothing. We are helpless. We did not want to be born, but somehow we are here.
Mm.
From time to time, this message appears. Okay. So Maharaj says, it's not possible. They were speaking about remembering, for example, 8 days before conception. So Maharaj says, it's not possible because it is a non-attentive state. With beingness, attention starts. It's what actually Ananta is saying always, that with the beingness, attention starts. In the womb, it is dormant. The border of beingness and non-beingness, that point is a glorious state, the non-attentive state. What was the name of this lighter? Maharaj holds up this lighter because he smoked cigarettes. I saw him on a video. He's smoking cigarettes. So here in brackets, it's Maharaj holds up his lighter. Before it was, what was the name of this lighter before it was manufactured? When sick, one takes medicine. There is beingness, therefore we meditate and strive for knowledge. Otherwise, where is the need? There is no need for knowledge prior to beingness. Even Vishnu closed his eyes in samadhi and disappeared. So beautifully said. Even Vishnu closed his eyes in samadhi and disappeared. Visitor, and doing nothing? He asked the question. And Maharaj, what can they do? Presently, you feel you are because of the association with the vital breath. When that association is not there, can you do anything? For example, in the deep sleep, there is no. I'm saying this association with also deep. I'm not aware of even of the breath. Can you do anything? And Visitor says, can I do anything to get knowledge? And Maharaj, do nothing except hold on to yourself. Be in beingness. Just be, and you will realize how it will turn into no beingness. Catch hold of, dwell, and contemplate on the beingness. Just be. Actually, he's giving us very direct pointing, very direct. Just be in the beingness. Without explaining too much, just be in the beingness, and it will be revealed the non-beingness and the beyond. Okay, I think I needed these words today. Visitor, after he said just being beingness, and Visitor asked the whole day. Maharaj says, who says whole day? Who else can say except the beingness? Beingness can capture everything in its contemplation, but beingness cannot capture itself. Translator, sound can cut everything except itself. Visitor, it is because of karma that I came back. A translator here, because he had his own translator. I saw also this in videos. So translator is that man. Sound can cut everything except itself. Visitor, is it because of karma that I came back? Maharaj, there is no karma in the state of Parabrahman. Visitor, why is it necessary to come back in body form? Yes, I really asked also this question. This is my question. This is my question. Why is it necessary to come back in body form? And even if he now explains, I will not be satisfied. I know myself. So Maharaj says, in this room, space is there. Why has it extended? Why and how? Space out and space in. Only space exists, always. Where is the question of how and why? Visitor, why do we come back in body form? Again, visitor, why do we come back in body form? And Maharaj, this is relevant to you as long as you are. As long as the body has energy, there are the world experiences. Yeah. 8 days prior to conception, whatever was, it prevails even now. What are you presently suffering? Is the name and the association to the body, form, and the beingness? Yes. Ponder over it prior to conception and you will get an instant solution. Or ponder over it prior to conception. Yes, I do. It comes spontaneously to me, but sometimes I forget it also. So, okay, visitor. What is the relationship between that state and karma? Karma is what we create, he asked. And Maharaj, who creates you? Whoever creates you creates karma. Karma is movement or activity. I'm trying to keep you trapped as thought you are in a womb. Just listen carefully and everything will sprout. Visitor, woman. I can't bear a wrong question. And Maharaj, it is a small blunder that we go and identify with the body form. The first and the last mistake. The first and the last mistake. Remember the seed which created the body itself, its life. You experience the world due to it. The seed gone, and you are in eternal state. Just like the tree out of a seed is the beingness and this entire manifested world. Visitor, my ego, other egos, whatever I hear, is all in the beingness. Maharaj, yes, your dreams. Questions sprout according to one's level, and they are correct, presently. If at all you have to be interested in anything, it is the 8 days prior to conception. But in my mind is coming now, but why 8 days? Why he said 8 days exactly? you know crazy mind. You know crazy mind. Why not 7? Why 8?
It's very specific.
and I said in the beginning, okay, I will not mention it, but he is continuously saying 8 days. But why? Of course, it's nothing. Of course. Okay. It is the 8 days prior to conception. But Brahman state, the ego is used today, but because why did not he said 1 day or 1 minute before conception?
I know why, Atma. Because
why?
it took 7 days to make the world, so that's why.
According to who? According to who?
According to the Bible.
Yes, but not to me because I don't. I have nothing to do with the Bible, trust me.
I know, it's just a joke.
But I'm sure that Maharaj is respecting this, yes. He wanted to say that it was prior to all this, okay. Yes, now I understand why I ate. The ego is used today, but to what is this label attached and when? Everything is most sacred and everything is most unsacred. Unsacred. Sacred, unsacred. All this is as long as being is there. Self-love itself is an illusion. Yes, self-love itself is an illusion. Like I wrote something about it in Silent Space today. That to me is now when I have experience, when I know that I'm love itself, I see that is not the ultimate. I was longing for all my life to feel love, be love, and now I see it's not the ultimate. That's okay. Everyone wants beingness. I love is an illusion, yet other sages praise it. Yes, I can totally relate with this. I love is an illusion, yet other sages praise it. Prior to 8 days, how were you? An intellectual person would say, I was in a dormant condition in the essence of my parents. This is a conventional reply. Try to trace your parents. Go to eternity. This principle in dormant form goes into eternity. There are two approaches. Either you get established in the state prior to beingness, or you get caught in diverse concepts and fail to investigate your true nature. As such, conventional knowledge is not destroyed, and there is reason because basically it is an untruth. Therefore, yeah. Another basic concept is that of the Purna Purusha, the perfect or complete man. Yeah. Okay, I will repeat. Another basic concept is that of the Purna Purusha, the perfect, complete man. The perfect principle is that which exists prior to anyone's birth. There is some similarity between the ignorant child in the cradle and the jnani. The child does not differentiate between urine and fecal matter. True. Only the child knows as to how it knows itself, so it's for the jnani. Visitor, then should we give up everything and become a child? Yeah, good question. Maharaj, where is the question of denominating everything? It has spontaneously come. Only understand that you suffer because of the beingness. You see now, because we thought, okay, in one level, this is me speaking now. In one level, we suffer because we think we are an imagined person with imagined life, with these thoughts, conditions, and everything. And then when we slowly, we understand that this person is imagined, never existed, this all concepts in our mind, then we slowly we establish in the consciousness, in I amness. But actually, even this is not true. I mean, this is also imagined. So basically, from the beginning of our lives, we are imagined. We are imagining ourselves, even or consciousness or person, no matter. But anyway, it's better to be established in consciousness, which we seem to be, not with person.
Yeah, we might as well imagine a happy dream than a suffering dream, isn't it?
I want to say that what everything is imagined. I mean, even this beingness, more for many years of my life, I was lacking love, and I was searching for love and longing for love. It was really search for love. Actually, my search was search for love. It was also intellectual, everything, but basically it was search for love, to be loved and to be loving. And now when in the time this love, now I see that it in a way it was real, but in a way it's not real. I don't know how to explain. Okay. The only important thing is I don't have to give it to my mind. Yes, I remember this. Don't give it to your mind. Okay. Uh-huh. Because he asked if he have to become a child then, and then he said, where is the question of the denominating everything? It has spontaneously comes. Only understand that you suffer because of the beingness. Yeah. Did you go and catch hold of it? No, it has come spontaneously. True. The child does not have any concept, ideas, and ego, and therefore child are very happy. Happy even when they cry, they are happy because they don't have any concept, ideas, and ego. The Jnani, having understood the state of affairs, transcends all these and abides eternally in the state prior to beingness, irrespective of whatever the beingness is better or not. With that identity, will you now go about it? And visitor says none. And Maharaj, are you sure? If so, then is there any necessity or purpose for spiritual pursuits? And visitor says, actually no reason at all. And Maharaj, what is ignorance? Ignorance is everything. From the waking to sleep to the beingness state, all mean ignorance. This ignorance, called birth, is the waking, sleep, and the beingness state. Once you know this, and you are convinced about it, you are free. Only see the false as false, then worship goes too. You're doing this or finding it will not affect you. Prior to the appearance of beingness for ages, you were perfect and complete as the Parabrahman. A Jnani gives no importance to the waking, sleep, and being state. No rope, no serpent. To say all this is false. Do you need any effort, Paul? Once you know, no effort is involved. You dismiss it off as ignorance, and there is no registration. It's so beautiful. Now came to me when I closed the eyes. It came to me. I know this. I know everything. I know all what he says. I know it already now.
This is why I feel like the greatest pointing is to not believe your next thought, because there's nothing else that you need like to hear.
And all these words are here to lead us to the silence. It seems like that. These words, especially these words coming from realized beings, of course. If any of you want to say anything.
Thank you. 1 hour already gone? What happened? How come? Do you want me to continue reading? Because I did not stop because I knew it was 1 hour. I just stopped like this. I think it's okay if it's longer than an hour if you want it to be, because there's nobody else waiting to come.
Yeah, you
It's
want
up
me
to
to
you.
read because okay.
It's up to you if you like.
Yeah, yeah, for me it's okay because there is I put no effort in reading because it's just what's coming from me. And you are moderating and I'm doing nothing. I'm just clicking a little bit on this mouse for the computer and I'm just reading.
Pekka says he can
Okay.
stay another hour.
Another
Pekka says he can stay another hour.
another 2 days. Great. Maybe 8 days. Okay. Let's see what happens. Talk number 29. Like it's important, but anyway, it is written. Talk number 29. The telescope. I'm wondering who was giving these titles the talk. I don't know why it came to my mind now. But okay, Maharaj. The five elements are in fully activity without any selfish motive. Similarly, do you see me or maybe with light, or is better with or without light? Without. I I look younger without, I'm sure. Similarly, everything everything is happening. Okay. With the beingness gone, there is complete fulfillment of the self. Actually, I feel so good. The best moment of the day is when I go to bed and just relax. And that moment before falling asleep, I'm just aware that I'm falling asleep and I'm leaving the world. That's the best moment for me. With beingness, okay, so the space is everywhere. All the other elements, air, fire, water, and earth, are the aspirant where the three gunas are working. But there is no self-interest. With the beingness, the self-interest arises through vegetation. How he knows all this? I'm really wondering. It's really wonderful how he see all this. All the disputes, worms, and conflicts are in the five elemental world, but the five elements have no interest in them. There is no use of good thoughts or bad thoughts. This is all a play of the five elements. Visitor, is man always subject to the five elements until the body dissolves? And Maharaj, what is this object called man? When that he is cremated, how is it apart from five elements? Visitor, is there a man who has control over the elements? Maharaj, it happens spontaneously. If there is a fire here, I shall immediately rush to extinguish it. So long as so long as the five elemental juice, the essence, prevails, that is the touch of I am. Their activities happen. Visitor, a realized man is not subject to the five elements while in body. It was a question. Translator, his beingness and body will be subjected. And Maharaj, but today, where are the miracle makers? Where were they prior to the body form? Where were they prior to the body form? And the visitor, Gautama, the Buddha said, look upon me wider in old age. This is the nature of Nisargadatta, nature itself. And Maharaj, do I say anything different? Miracles happen. But what is the meaning of that? What difference have they made in the five elements? Yeah, they are also part of the five elements. True. I was attracted by miracles, by the way. With all this play, the moment-to-moment changes, could they challenge the arsenal of nature? Krishna, Christ, and the others have come and gone. I'm referring to the stage prior to their beingness and how and when they appeared in the manifested world. It was because of the essence of the five elemental juices, the knowledge I am, that they appeared. Where are they now? Where are they now? How did you happen to be? Assuming that the world exists, what is the cause of your appearance? Yeah, what is the cause of our appearance? You have a telescope. It is an object through which you observe the cosmos, but the observer is apart from the telescope. You will not get peace through worldly knowledge. This telescope, body brackets, has innumerable nouns and titles. To fabricate it with the raw material of the five elements, it took 9 months, and through it you observe everything, but the observer is not in the telescope. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Visitor, what were we doing 8 days prior to conception? Now also visitor asked Maharaj. To see I was observing prior to the conception stage is innocent. Is incorrect. So Maharaj says to say I was observing prior to the conception stage is incorrect. At that stage, it, in brackets, beingness, know itself. Yeah, know, being and beingness is a form for Brahman. Prior to conception, it is oblivious to itself. What is the telescope embodied in the body? It is not the beingness that you perceive. Is it not the beingness that you perceive? But you, the Absolute, are not the beings. Wow, very beautiful. Again, to say I was observing prior to the conception stage is incorrect. At that stage, does beingness know itself? No, being and beingness is a form for Brahman. Prior to conception, it is oblivious to itself. What is the telescope embodied in the body? Is it not the beingness that you perceive? But you, Absolute, are not the beingness. You will not get peace through worldly knowledge. Sorry that I have read this. Visitor, was there ever a time when I was not embodied? Maharaj, because of the telescope, there is observation of the manifest. And the telescope, he means our being. When the telescope goes, is the observer also destroyed? The observer has no qualities. Yeah. Actually, here he said everything. He already said everything. Because of the telescope, there is observation of the manifest. When the telescope goes, is the observer also destroyed? The observer has no qualities. Visitor, the observer cannot be defined without telescope. He asks actually this, and Maharaj says, once you understand the five elemental play, you are unaffected by it. You stand apart from it. I experience the world due to what instrument? How did this instrument happen to me? Yeah. How does this instrument of being happen to me? What is the cause of it? But that don't interfere with live men. The one who has understood and realized the beingness, the observer, has no connection and no interest in it. You throw out all worldly talks and concepts totally. The mind goes on chattering, and you want to be one with it. Just keep out of it, and you wake up. The chattering mind synchronizes with the vital breath. It tells you about spiritual pursuits. Remember, you are prior to the chattering mind. Breathing goes on, chattering goes on. The chattering mind has brought you here in the name of spirituality, but prior to it, you were. What to say? Nothing. So beautiful. Thank you, Maharaj. It seems like when I read this, it seems like, Yes, Maharaj, I know it. It's so obvious. It seems so obvious. So it can be different. From deep sleep, you wake up. That border is Paravani, beyond words. Yeah, from deep sleep, you wake up, and that border is Paravani, beyond words. When you move, become conscious, you feel I am. Yes, immediately after getting up, I feel I am. Then mind takes charge, words take over, and you are embodied, embroiled in the world. Paravani is other than language. Para means other or transcend, the language of just being without words. But I, the Absolute, am not that. Paul's psychic experiences are spontaneous. And visitor, what steered them? The five elements, and then Kundalini gave a shock. It was a question from Mr. Maharaj. Says the main point is know the I am and just be there. Only always pointing to this. Just know I am, no beingness, be there. And everything will be revealed by itself. Talk number 30, you are not whatever you experience. Yes, true. Maharaj, the Jnani, who is apart from body identification, is not affected by the sorrows that body-mind bring. Joseph, from what standpoint will you write to me? And visitor Joseph says, from I am. Maharaj, she has been writing for about a month here. From what standpoint will you write? Visitor, do I have to reply? Maharaj, will you be writing in the same state? The one who tries to abide in the self loses identity with his ego. The very identity that I am gets dissolved. Your true identity, the Absolute, is prior to the I am. How can you provide a uniform to it? And Mr. says, we accept every person's view of life. Earlier it was more intolerable than now. Now I tolerate so many things that one is looking through his telescope. Maharaj, yes, but playing with concepts is not abidance in the true self. Very, very beautifully pointed. Playing with concepts is not abidance in the true self. And Visitor says, to find the self, one must go to silent places. I like that, but when one has the insight, it is not necessary. And Maharaj, who says that he seeks silence? Earlier, I presumed that I was created. Later, after listening to my guru, I understood that the experience was created or appeared, but not me. He said, earlier, I presumed that I was created. Later, after listening to my guru, I understood that the experience was created or appeared, but not me. The creation of this beingness, this experience, is a result of the five elements and their interactions. With the view I was created, come the fear of life and death. Yes. With the view I was created, with that come the fear of life and death. I just prevail as a result of the five elements, and this experience of beingness is created for no reason. Yeah. Here actually he explains that there is no reason why beingness is, because I always ask, very often ask, why this beingness, why am I created in this way? But there is actually no reason. Also, Father Ananta says the same when he explains. He says, for unknown reason, when he speaks about awareness, and he often says for unknown reason, somehow from this awareness appeared beingness. So also Maharaj says that with the view I was created came the fear of life and death, and I just prevail as a result of the five elements, and this experience of beingness is created for no reason. I, the Absolute, am not the created. It excluded the Absolute. The observer, in brackets behind the telescope, is not created. The object has been created. You won't be in silence without meditation, which you are not doing. What are you doing? From where do you know that you are? In the knowingness lies everything. You have presumed that you are behind the telescope, but you have not understood. Whatever you understood is something else. You don't understand yourself. Yeah. Yes, very, very, very clear. So for understanding and seeing our real self, we can do nothing. Whatever we do is not that, but we can enjoy actually, like we are enjoying this reading. And visitor says, I cannot understand, he said. On Maharaj, whatever you understand cannot be that. You're putting a question like this. A donkey is going by the road and you inquire about him. How are you concerned with that? You know that you are not the donkey. Whatever you experience is not you. In this matter, you will not satisfy your itch by talking. True. Elsewhere, you may talk and be satisfied. What is meditation? Meditation is to reject all experiences. So he said, meditation is to reject all experiences. The experience, actually it was a question, and the experience is to be suppressed that also. The one who observes both the non-being and being state is in the true state. You only get experiences of what you are not. Yeah. You only get experiences of what you are not. Beingness is also an experience merged it with no beingness. Beingness goes into no beingness. The Absolute does not know that it is. It only pervades. To turn beingness into no beingness, assiduously, never heard this word, follow meditation, or else you will be like a calf frisking. Be in meditation and you will stabilize, and then stop there, or else you will be like a calf whose ear has air in it. I don't know what is calf. Salafa. C-A-L-F.
It's a baby cow.
What is?
A baby cow is a calf.
Uh-huh. Visitors. Meditate is to realize that we do not experience. Translated. The more experience you are, the two should also be negated. Yeah, that is negated through meditation. The experience that I am, and then through meditation I understood I'm not. Yeah. And the Maharaj says experience has to become invisible together with the I love beingness. Visitor, what about noise in meditation? And Maharaj, your senses and limbs are still active. Oh, this message. They are not under your control. By meditation, this weakness of your mind should be overthrown. How intensely should one meditate? While Kabir meditated, a dog bit him. Someone came and told him, a dog has bitten you. Kabir replied, dog knows and the skin knows. Deep yearning must be there, like when you are worried about something, you will be thinking about it. Next morning, something must be done for money. Because of it, there was no sleep. You'd go straight for the money. You need it desperately, and so you keep thinking about it. In the spiritual field, you need to progress so intensely that you keep thinking it, your true identity, which persistence you reach, but you must want it badly. Very true. You must want it badly. Talk 31. How you meet your parents. Let's see. Maharaj, so long as the breathing goes on, mind flow goes on. Yes, I know what he's speaking here about, mind and breathing. If you take yourself to be the body, the mind will have effect on you. Knowledge means to get rid of all concepts, not acquire, but get rid of concepts like birth. Even of this birth, you have no experience. Don't accept anything told. You need not consult sages either. You know that you are, so the world appears. Yes, it's like from nowhere we appeared. We appeared as beingness from nowhere. And then we have to hold on only to this appearance of being, only this, nothing else. With this knowledge, give attention to this knowledge. With this knowledge, give attention to this knowledge. Then knowledge will tell you what you are. When you came to know that you are, you knew it on your own, like nourishment in the womb is automatic. Parents usually don't know the real birth is prior to 9 months, then the so-called birth. Only at the age of 3 or so, the child recognizes the mother and starts learning, which is ignorance. Even before nowadays, the children are very, very intelligent before 3 days, 3 years. Visitor, there is one consciousness, but there are so many forms. Why? Good, nice question. There is one consciousness, but there are so many forms. Why? And Maharaj, this is the quality of the consciousness to appear in variety. The soul is one. From the 5 elements arise the various forms. It is because of wrong identification with the body that this knowledge I am is required. Atman is self-love. It has brought you here safely. Worship it as the Lord Ishvara. Take yourself as Ishvara, and then you know what you are. And once you know what you are, all desires will be fulfilled. The knowledge I am is like sweetness. It has no form. You eat fish. One body is food for another. This body is the food for the I am. This body is the food for the I am. People ask questions. I look upon them as ignorant children. At the age of 3 days, they started learning so-called knowledge. No, Maharaj is prior to beingness. He knows that state, so that is, people are all children for him. Yes, like we are for Ananta. Your identity is a continuous flux. As an old man, you are spoon-fed. I don't know what this means, a spoon-fed. You have no memory. No memory, no identity is faithful and honest. True, true, true. After self-knowledge, your faith and your selfishness drop away. Because of identification with the body, you say that you are a man or a woman. If there is no body, how can you say you are a man or a woman? You have no birth or experience of birth. But the ignorant one is very much afraid of that. For the one transcending this beingness, while vital breath is leaving, he has no fear, no concept, only great joy. Please, all those gathered here, sorry, something appeared. All those gathered here are selfish. They are interested in the self only. Real knowledge is to know that you have no identity. Visitor, is effort necessary for self-knowledge? Maharaj, what questions did you ask before meeting your parents? Silence means no activity, total cessation of activity. Why come to a place of activity when there is no need for words and their meanings? Then there is silence. I'm Brahman. Aham Brahman. In brackets, Aham Brahmasmi means the absolute. If there is no body, there is no guna, quality. My teaching is simple. I am not a body, and I am not a beingness. Beingness being a product of food essence. Oh yes, really very simple. There are no rules for consciousness. A king's experiences in the womb is no different from any ordinary person. There is no beingness in the absolute and no rules for the beingness. With my Guru's grace, I know how beingness has appeared. Yeah, therefore he can speak about that in this way. I'm like what I was prior to beingness. I'm not born. There cannot be a witness to my experience. If there is a witness, then it cannot be true. Constant meditation is required to grasp this knowledge. Yes, and it's happening here. Visitor. I don't know what he means with this, because Visitor says, our relatives Mithya. And Maharaj, yes, can the sun see his dead rays? That is the standpoint of Jnani. So long as you take yourself as body, problems will arise. Jnani has transcended these illusions. Just forget everything and dwell on how you met your parents. I'm sure I will do it. I will do it in the next days. This is what he said now. Forget everything and dwell on how you met your parents. If doubts are not cleared, go to the moment when your acquaintance got acquainted with your parents. Visitor, if nothing is really there, how can a Jnani make others feel the need of a Jnani? Maharaj, everyone from plants to creatures want and know the I am to be there. Once we have existence, we want to continue. True. Your experience is because of the beingness. The world depends on beingness. Is it happy or miserable? When your beingness is not there, is it happy or miserable? Visitor, why did Ramana work on his mother to realize before that? With Maharaj, the reality, what his mother was, he knew, but he did that out of love. Visitor, affection for what? Maharaj, when there is beingness, are you concerned with anything? The knowledge I am is whole universe, not only body. Visitor, so Ramana has no mother? He asked, and Maharaj said, he himself does not exist. Jnani is the absolute. It's so beautiful to disappear into the absolute. At least I feel it is felt here. If someone worships a Jnani, he does not know it. In the worshipper, the beingness is still there, and the Jnani, although he does not know him, yet he helps him. The field of consciousness is a mystery. Be humble. Don't be proud. Make friendship with the self, and it will tell you all. The seed has the complete photo of the plant. A seed of rice will not produce wheat. How? Go there to the source. A great tree comes from the seed. It contains the complete tree. Similarly, the beingness contains the whole universe.
I hope Atma will come back in a second and she doesn't keep talking to herself. I hope she knows. Let's see.
I think the absolute, but absolute would not do that. But something decided to disconnect me in that very moment. Maybe also Amba is not there. I don't know. I see only the picture.
I'm here. I'm here.
It
But
was
actually, I have to go in a second.
Okay. Actually, it was really the end. I felt like really ending here, because everything is said, and we can, for ourselves, when we finish with this live broadcast, we can all remain in the end of the day with this feeling inside.
Yes.
Okay. So we are finishing here, okay?
Mm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ananta Ji ki
Jay.
Jay.
Sangha ki
Jay.
Jay.
Can I sing a song?
Yes.
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 Who? Nitya?
Samba.
I'm going to sing a song, okay?
Ah.
You want to say? Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I did not understand actually what you said. Yes.
Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Govinda, Gopala, Hari Om. Namo Narayana, Hari Om. Krishna, Krishna, Govinda, Gopala, Hari Om. Namo Narayana, Hari Om. Govinda, Namo Narayana, Gopala, Namo Narayana, Namo Krishna, Krishna, Govinda, Gopala, Hari Om. Namo Narayana, Hari Om. Krishna, Krishna, Govinda, Gopala, Hari Om. Namo Narayana, Hari Om. Govinda, Namo Narayana, Gopala, Namo Narayana, Namo Krishna, Krishna, Govinda, Gopala, Hari Om. Namo Narayana, Hari Om. Krishna, Krishna, Govinda, Gopala, Hari Om. Namo Narayana, Hari Om. Govinda, Namo Narayana, Gopala, Namo Narayana, Namo.
Beautiful. I really love this one. So beautiful. So full of juice.
I love it as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Atma.
Thank you, Amba, for helping me. Thank you for your love. Thank you, Nitya, for your presence. Thank you, Pekka.
And also
Thank you.
Shakti has been watching online from YouTube, and also Bhagavati, and they say Namaste and Jai.
Thank you, Shakti, Bhagavati, everybody who were there.
Shall I stop it now?
Okay. Yes. Okay.